Jerry Mboweni here, certified life coach, NLP practitioner, author of the book called 11:59:59, an ex-junk last minute victory. So welcome to my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to speak about living in addicted world, codependence coping skills, living in addicted world, codependent living skills. So last time when I shot my video on a codependence, on that addiction is a family disease that does not only affect the people that will smoke, but also affect other family member. And that relationship between an addicted person, which we call a chemical dependent person, and the person who using drugs, that relationship, if it's unhealthy relationship, it's called codependence. And I just here last week I gave a little bit about the feelings and the behavior of the person who have this codependence signs. My own personal story, I was first a codependent before I became drug addict. My father was alcoholic, so my emotion, how I feel, and my reaction was depending on his behavior. So I became first codependent. As a result, I moved from codependence to a drug addiction. There are some people now, they are codependents. They are not drug addicts themselves, but they are codependent because their behavior and emotion are linked with somebody that was smoking. And those people, they're not necessarily they're going to turn to become addicts themselves. It's just that those behavior are unhealthy behavior. It's affect them. And also those people who are in codependence relationship with someone who's smoking drugs, they need themselves as well help. So that's what we spoke last week. So today I'm going to speak, as I say, living in an addicted world. What are the coping skills that these codependents, they develop so that they can be able to survive? Because it's very, very difficult living in an addicted world, living with the people who are addicted. You can see the person is going down, the person is deteriorate. You can see the person disappear in front of you in terms of emotional, physical, psychological, every part of it is they're just going down, but they can't see themselves. So the first thing these people, what they do, they codependent to be able to cope in the situation, is they hide their feelings. They hide their feelings. They don't share what they feel. They don't share what they want. In fact, they neglect themselves. They don't share their feelings. They actually don't know what they want. They hide their feeling. They hide their emotion just to cope. They wear a mask. So for my own self story as a codependent, I used to wear a mask, showing that everything is fine out there, but inside I was broken. I couldn't share. I couldn't share my feelings. I couldn't share even what I want. As a result, it's funny enough. As a child, I didn't know what I want because of the codependence, the problem that I have. So when I got married, even when we go to the restaurant with my wife, I didn't even know what to choose. I mean, we give a list of food from they give a menu, and I would just walk around there, and I would just wait until my wife choose what she wants to eat. Then I'll say I'll eat the same, and majority of the time I take the same, because I have learned to grow up with not to share my feeling. I'm the child who grew up, can spell better, go play outside. So no, my feeling was never included in the decision that my parents made. Number two, these people suffer from, they focus their life total on the chemical dependent person. One of the things that these people, they neglect their own life. They neglect their own things to do. They are 110% focus their life on chemical dependent person. 24 hours, even when they're at work, they will think about this person. They will try to solve this person who is chemical dependent person. Cheers. Sorry, we're doing some green tea today. So that's what they do. They focus on these people, life. Sorry about that. As a result, they neglect themselves. Then if there was another family member in the house, they actually don't focus. In fact, let me give you an example. So let's say in a family of where addiction is, and there's other kids, they focus on the person who smoke drugs are more than they focus on those people who doesn't smoke drugs. In other words, attention, all full attention. Look what he's doing. Look what he's doing. Where he is. Everybody it is. The person who doesn't smoke drugs can come as a child, bring a result from school and won an award, whatever it is. The attention that we are given is only about a small percentage. All the entire percentage attention of this codependent person is focused totally on them, and they neglect themselves. They do not have time for themselves on their own needs. They neglect their own need. One of the things that the codependent behavior that they suffer, they neglect their own need, they neglect their own want, they neglect their own social socialize with people. I know a mother who says to me the other day that, oh, you know what, Jerry, I even stopped going to my family gathering. So I asked, what is the problem? How come you don't go to a family gathering? And she said to me that my sisters and my brother, they always speak nice about their kids, and my child smoked drugs, he lost everything, and that conversation, when they brag about their family member, that conversation make me uneasy, so I decided I don't go there. You see, they also neglect their own social engagement. So they don't do these things. Some of them, they don't even live out of the house. I scared when he come, I'm not at home, he's gonna steal. So they neglect their own need. And some of the people also, they've got their own personal need, like sickness and challenges. They neglect that. They entire focus their life to save the person who is addicted to drugs. That is one of the coping skills. They develop tolerance for neglect and abuse. So once living with that particular person, for them, they start develop this tolerance now for neglect and the abuse. So the person who is addicted to drugs, they start to abuse them, verbally abuse, emotional abuse, some of them even physical abuse, and they tolerate. Verbal abuse is rife in this particular family of codependent. They allow. I remember this one lady called me the other day. And so we run aftercare program. And our program, when we run at the church, and we do work duties at our church. Like for example, on Monday, before we had our supper, we must clean the hall, pack the hall for this, clean the window around the church. The church give us the building free of charge. So we have to give it back, and we teach these people how to give it back. And this mother one day called me and said, Jerry, you know what? How come my daughter doesn't want to clean at my house, but to clean there at the church? And I say, because you have allowed it. We not allowed people to do what they wanted. You have tolerant abuse and neglect, and the person who is using chemical, they don't see that. The more you tolerate, the more you allow these things to happen in the family, the more they do it. Last part that I'm going to share with you, the coping skills for a chemical dependent person, for codependent person in the family, is that these people, they think that if they do more, they can be able to serve the people. If I just do more, if I just help more, if I just phone for, if I just more, they develop this behavior we call caretaking behavior. They started caretaking of the need of the person who smoked. They think if I caretake, if I take care more, if I love them more, they will stop. Right? So, and as a result, they give themselves fully, and they take this caretaking role. They give themselves fully to the person who chemical dependent. The more they give the person, the more they enable them to smoke, to carry on to smoke. As a result, the circle of pain of them carrying to smoke, it's carrying. So here, once again, I do some what we know do some questioning about yourself. Am I codependent? In my action towards my dependent person who smoke drugs, a chemical dependence, my action, are this action enabling them to carry on, or I'm helping them to stop? This is the golden rule. If you can do anything for a person who smoke drug that they can do for themselves, you are enabling them to carry on to smoke. Just remember that. I'm going to repeat this again for the last time. If you do anything that a chemical dependent person can do for themselves, you are enabling them to carry on to smoke. If they can do, if anything, if you ask this question, let's say, go find out about the program. If they can do for themselves, if you go do for them, they will do it for they will carry on to smoke. If they need to pay rent to the house you stay, if you pay rent for them, they will carry on to smoke. Make sure that you have to apply pressure. And majority of the time, yesterday I spoke to somebody and he said, I can't put boundaries. They said, then you are the problem. For example, a codependent itself, it's a disease that you need to cure from it. So thank you very much. I hope this video has helped you. If you need more help from me, please hit that the subscription button down below. Have a notification, and you are welcome to book. If you've listened until now, you are welcome to book for one-on-one free coaching session. You can say, I've watched your video, I'm suffering from this codependence, I wanted to stop it, I wanted to help my child. You're welcome to book for that free one-on-one coaching section online. Yeah, and if you did today is very, very first time you watch until here, you have not heard my story. I went from being a homeless beggar and heroin addict, and I'm currently going for 19 years. Praise God for that. As I say, certified life coach, NLP practitioner, author of the book called 115959, fitness coach, wellness coach, a community builder, husband, and all that. That's what I do for a living. God bless you. Until we meet again. Bye. Peace.